The fashion world stood still when Harper's Bazaar Korea unveiled its December 2025 cover, featuring Jin of BTS, dressed in head-to-toe Gucci couture. Within hours, the issue was declared the most iconic fashion release of the year, instantly selling out in both Korea and overseas. It was more than a magazine cover, it was a global cultural event, one that blurred the line between music, luxury, and artistry. This latest feature comes just months after Jin's monumental solo world tour, marking not only his triumphant return to the global stage after military service, but also his ascent as one of the most influential figures in high fashion. The Harper's Bazaar issue showcases two distinct covers, one in sharp monochrome, the other in soft amber tones, each reflecting contrasting sides of Jin's persona, the commanding performer and the introspective artist. Gucci's creative director Sabato De Sarno personally oversaw the styling and visual direction, stating in the magazine's interview, "Jin represents what modern luxury should be: quiet strength, emotional connection, and timeless confidence. He doesn't wear fashion, he inhabits it." The feature was described by Harper's Bazaar Korea as a celebration of creative victory, noting that Jin's cover was the result of a highly competitive photoshoot challenge among the publication's top photographers and designers. The final concept, titled Echo of Elegance, captured Jin in a reflective mood, gazing into a mirror aboard a minimalist studio designed to evoke both solitude and spotlight. Within hours of publication, the digital version of the magazine crashed due to overwhelming demand. Yes, 24 and K-Town, 4U2 of Korea's largest online retailers, confirmed record-breaking sales, with pre-orders exceeding 500,000 copies worldwide. It became the fastest-selling issue in Harper's Bazaar Korea's history, surpassing previous records set by global icons like Blackpink's Jennie and actor Gong Yoo. The phenomenon quickly caught international media attention. Vogue US described the shoot as a new standard of sophistication in K-pop fashion history, while Elle Japan praised the feature as a moment where music and couture found perfect harmony. Meanwhile, Gucci's headquarters in Milan capitalized on the momentum by announcing a new joint project, a global campaign featuring Jin as the face of their upcoming spring divided by summer 2026 collection. The teaser image, posted on Gucci's official Instagram, showed Jin in a cream-colored silk suit against a shadowed marble backdrop. The caption read simply, "A quiet storm is coming, Gucci Tenjin." That single post garnered over 12 million likes in 24 hours, surpassing the engagement of Gucci's campaigns with Harry Styles and Dakota Johnson. Inside the Harper's Bazaar feature, Jin opened up about his evolving philosophy on fashion and identity. Speaking candidly, he shared, "Fashion has always been about confidence for me, not about trying to be perfect, but being honest. I think that's what people connect with now. When I wear Gucci, I don't think about image. I think about stories, about emotions." This vulnerability, a rare quality in the high-gloss world of luxury branding, is exactly what makes Jin stand apart. Industry analysts have begun referring to his influence as the Jin effect, a measurable surge in sales and online engagement whenever he appears in campaigns. According to a report by WWD, Women's Wear Daily, Jin's previous Gucci ambassador feature in early 2025 led to a 19% increase in brand visibility across Asian markets, a feat unmatched by any other celebrity in the same period. In Milan, Gucci insiders revealed that the brand's creative team sees Jin not merely as a model, but as a muse. His duality, both regal and relatable, mirrors Gucci's current design philosophy under De Sarno's leadership. One executive stated anonymously, "We've worked with stars before, but Jin is different. He embodies a kind of silent charisma that doesn't scream for attention, it earns it." This sentiment echoed across social media as number Jin for Gucci and number Harper Bazaar Jin trended simultaneously in more than 35 countries, including the US, Japan, Brazil, and France. Armies around the globe flooded platforms with posts celebrating Jin's cover, often describing it as cinematic, angelic, and royal beyond words. Meanwhile, Bang Si-hyuk, founder of HYBE and longtime mentor to Jin, expressed his pride in an Instagram story reposting the magazine cover. His caption was simple but heartfelt. "He's not just wearing luxury, he is luxury." The phrase quickly became viral, quoted by multiple news outlets and fashion commentators as a defining statement of the year. Beyond aesthetics, the collaboration between Jin and Gucci carries cultural weight. Fashion historians have pointed out that this moment symbolizes a broader shift, the elevation of K-pop idols from brand endorsers to true fashion powerhouses. Professor Min Hai-jin, a fashion marketing scholar from Ewha Women's University, explained. For years, luxury houses used Korean celebrities as regional ambassadors. Jin's collaboration signifies something new, full creative partnership. He's not following the trend, he's setting it. This partnership also follows a string of high-profile appearances by Jin, including his attendance at Gucci's Spring Divided by Summer 2025 fashion show in Milan, where he was seated beside creative directors, global editors, and Hollywood celebrities. Industry insiders have suggested that Gucci is preparing a dedicated capsule line, inspired by Jin's Harper's Bazaar look possibly titled Echo Seokjin. As for Jin himself, his humility remains intact. In the magazine's closing statement, he reflected on his journey from a trainee in Anyang to an international symbol of sophistication. When I was younger, I thought fashion was about trying to stand out. Now I realize it's about being true to yourself, to your story, and to the people who've believed in you along the way. That reflection resonated deeply with both fans and critics. The New York Times style commented, Jin's Harper's Bazaar feature is not just a fashion moment, it's a generational milestone. He represents a bridge between artistry and authenticity, between global ambition and human warmth. As of now, Gucci's global campaign with Jin is set to debut in February 2026, rumored to include a short film directed by award-winning cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki. The campaign is expected to explore the theme of silence and power, a poetic reflection of Jin's quiet dominance in both fashion and music. With this milestone, Jin has once again proven that his artistry extends far beyond the stage. His Harper's Bazaar cover is not merely a photograph, it's a declaration of presence, a visual testament to what modern luxury truly means in the era of emotional authenticity. Jin BTS doesn't follow fashion, he defines it. Just hours after Harper's Bazaar Korea's December 2025 edition featuring Jin BTS and Gucci hit newsstands, Western media outlets erupted in admiration, calling it a defining moment in fashion history. The global fashion press from New York to Milan and Paris praised the cover for its blend of elegance, restraint, and emotional intelligence rarely seen in celebrity fashion editorials. In the US, Vogue magazine published a headline that read, Jin BTS redefines luxury in a single frame. The article opened with striking words. While others pose, Jin performs. There's no vanity in his gaze, only quiet command. His Harper's Bazaar shoot isn't just a photo shoot, it's a masterclass in presence. Meanwhile, Harper's Bazaar US itself acknowledged the Korean edition's impact in a rare cross-publication feature titled The Jin Effect, how one BTS member transcended the lines between music and luxury. In it, editor-in-chief Samira Nasser praised Jin for reshaping the brand's international resonance. He isn't just part of Gucci's story, he is Gucci's story now, one of refinement, trust, and emotional strength. What he embodies is the future, vulnerability as elegance. Fashion giants across Europe echoed this sentiment. Ellie France described Jin as le visage du luxe moderne, the face of modern luxury. The article emphasized that his Harper's Bazaar appearance had shifted the narrative of male identity in fashion from dominance to depth, from perfection to peace. In London, The Guardian Style Review praised Jin's ability to convey emotional depth through silence, writing, "He wears Gucci like poetry, not as armor, but as art." Jin represents the dawn of a more sincere fashion age. Even the business of fashion, BOF, known for its data-driven analyses, weighed in with numbers. According to their early metrics, Jin's appearance drove a 210% increase in online search volume for Gucci men's products within 48 hours of the magazine's release. Moreover, global engagement on Gucci's social platforms hit record highs unseen since 2022, cementing the collaboration as one of the most commercially successful in the brand's history. In Milan, the reaction was almost reverent. Corriere della Sera, Italy's oldest and most respected newspaper, referred to Jin's campaign as una sinfonia visiva di grazia, a visual symphony of grace. The article stated that Gucci had found in Jin a muse who speaks to the world not with extravagance, but with empathy. Back in Paris, fashion legend Karine Roitfeld, founder of CR Fashion Book and former editor-in-chief of Vogue Paris, commented during a talk at the Paris Fashion Forum, "I haven't seen this kind of aura since the early days of David Bowie. Jin's ability to merge artistry and discipline reminds me that true style is not about trend, it's about timelessness. The reaction wasn't limited to editors and designers. Celebrities, too, began publicly acknowledging the collaboration. Lady Gaga, herself a former Gucci muse, posted on Instagram, "That Harper's Bazaar cover? Art, Jin's presence transcends. It's what happens when confidence meets kindness." Her post gathered nearly 3 million likes within hours, leading to a wave of Western entertainment media coverage celebrating the unexpected endorsement. News ran the headline, "Lady Gaga falls in love. With Jin BTS's Gucci era, he's a living work of art." Even major entertainment publications like Billboard and Rolling Stone joined the chorus. Billboard described Jin's fashion resurgence as the smoothest transition from global idol to global icon, while Rolling Stone UK declared him the luxury world's most understated phenomenon. But perhaps the most compelling praise came from Forbes US, which connected Jin's achievements to his broader economic and cultural impact. The magazine's feature titled "The Trust Economy: How Jin BTS Turned Authenticity into a Global Asset" noted, "In an age where fame fades overnight, Jin's quiet influence endures. His partnership with Gucci doesn't shout, it whispers, and the whole world listens." Back in Seoul, industry analysts highlighted that the collaboration represents a pivotal shift in the global perception of Korean artistry. Fashion sociologist Lee Jae-min commented on SBS News, "Jin has broken the barrier between East and West. His Harper's Bazaar feature isn't just local pride, it's a symbol of how K-culture now defines modern global aesthetics." Meanwhile, armies around the world organized fan projects to celebrate Jin's success. Massive billboards lit up across Times Square, New York, and Piccadilly Circus, London, displaying his Harper's Bazaar cover with the caption, "Elegance is Jin." The project was entirely fan-funded and reached over 30 million impressions online within 24 hours. In Seoul, the physical copies of the magazine became collector's items, with resale prices soaring up to 5 times the original cost on secondary markets. Fashion resale site Cream reported that Jin's issue outsold every edition in 2025, including international releases. For Gucci, the collaboration has already paid off in immeasurable ways. The brand's creative director, Sabato De Sarno, told Italian press, "Working with Jin reminded us of why fashion exists: to connect, to move people, to tell stories. He doesn't perform luxury, he humanizes it." With the ongoing buzz, speculation is growing that Jin will attend the 2026 Met Gala in New York, possibly as Gucci's leading male ambassador alongside Hollywood icons. Sources close to the brand have hinted that the Met's theme, Silhouettes of the Soul, aligns perfectly with Jin's artistic narrative of reflection and resilience. As global media continue to dissect every frame of his Harper's Bazaar spread, one truth stands undeniable. Jin BTS has become more than an idol or an ambassador. He is the modern blueprint of luxury itself. His rise is not loud, not reckless, and not rushed. It's deliberate, graceful, and quietly revolutionary, much like the man behind the name. Luxury, as Vogue Italia put it, now wears a face, and that face is Jin.